I'm Dr. Maureen Craig. I'm a nurse specialist and also a meditation and yoga teacher leading class this evening. And we're going to have a fun class doing moon salutations with the assistance of chair yoga. So some of you are new to yoga, and I wanted to mention a few caveats to help you have a successful and safe practice. It's really important for you to have a sticky mat on the floor to cushion your experience and also for traction for your feet. And you want to have a sturdy chair, one that isn't going to roll around on you or slip away, that has good traction again on the footing of the chair. Lastly, I want to mention your feet. You can either have bare feet where your feet have traction, or you can wear running shoes where you have good traction from your shoes. Either one of those options will work. Okay, so let's begin our practice. Find a comfortable seat in your chair. Let your feet be flat on the floor. Lengthen the spine up a bit. And we'll begin with a pranayama or breath practice. So notice the breath on the inhale. A little fuller. And then a slow, long exhale, possibly through pursed lips where you draw the lips like a straw and blow through the straw. Letting go, letting go. And it may feel good to close your eyes as you focus on the breath. Inhale, a little more, and a slow releasing through the lips. Blowing that breath out and letting the body melt. This is called a physiologic sigh. Two-part inhale, inhale, and a fullness, and a slow, long exhale through the lips. Letting go of tension in the body as you're arriving here. Another one of these breaths here now, a nice full inhale. And again, releasing. Then returning to the natural breath, I'm going to share a short poem with you called She Let Go. Without a thought or a word, she let go. She let go of fear, let go of judgments, let go of indecision. Wholly and completely, without hesitation or worry, she just let go. She didn't ask anyone for advice. She didn't read a book on how to let go. She just let go. She let go of all the memories that held her back and all of the anxiety that kept her from moving forward. She let go. She didn't promise to let go. She didn't journal about it. She managed no public announcement, and she didn't utter one word. She just let go. No one was around when it happened. There was no applause or congratulations. No one thanked her or praised her. No one noticed a thing. Like a leaf falling from a tree, she just let go. There was no effort. There was no struggle. It was what it was, and it is just that. In the space of letting go, she let it all be. A smile came over her face. A light breeze blew through her, and the sun and the moon continued to shine. That's from the Reverend Sapphire Rose. I really enjoyed that poem and what it kind of evoked in me. So as you're breathing here gently, set an intention for your practice. Perhaps letting go a little bit of controlling and dictating the practice, but let the practice evoke something from you. Letting go. Feet on the floor, lengthen through the spine and the crown. And then gently drop the chin towards the chest and begin to lengthen out the back of the neck. Finding any spot that might need a little more attention and stretching. How is your body speaking to you tonight? Roll those shoulders forward, up towards the ears. Let those shoulder blades go down the back. Lift the heart. Maybe a second shoulder roll. What is your body needing? Reach those arms out into a T. Stretching through the fingertips, then roll the thumbs back Feel the shoulder blades squeeze together a couple times. Then take the hand and place it underneath the chair and hold on firmly as you lean the neck away. A little bit of lengthening here, tall in the spine, opening those cervical vertebrae, just a little space here. And then switching to the other side. So grabbing under the chair, lengthen through the spine, and a gentle lean away. Nice. Both hands reaching up, only as high as is comfortable for you. Some of you have shoulder issues. Keep your hands a little lower then. Exhale, a gentle twist using the core, coming to the side here, resting your hands on the outside of the chair and the knee. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, revolve to the other side. A gentle revolution. Inhale through center. Exhale, revolve. And this time, fold a little bit forward in the twist. Feel that stretch on the back. Inhale through center. Exhale and twist. And a gentle folding. And then bring your right hand to the edge of the chair. Push onto that. It can be towards the back of the chair. And then reach up with the other hand. And again, pay attention to your shoulder. So if it doesn't work that well, you can open the shoulder this way with a cactus arm. Or reaching up. And then switching over to the other side. Press into the chair. Reach for the sky. Big breath here. And release. Coming back to center, we'll place our hands on our knees and take a little cat-cow here. So find that navel and push it back, arching the back for our Marjariasana or angry cat pose. And then inhale, lifting the heart forward, lifting the gaze. Exhale, push it back. Undulating the spine and getting this whole vertebrae all involved here so that you get a nice movement through the back. Beautiful. Breathing with it. Always a good breath going. And then coming up to a straight back, flat back, hands on the knees. We're going to forward fold. So just with that flat back, bring the chest down towards the thighs. Then pressing here lightly on the knees. Inhale and just lift the heart. Cobra pose. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, lift all the way back up. Let's do that a couple more times. Flat back in control. Draw the navel in as you fold. Exhale. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting up. Once more. Exhale, flat back, fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, soften. Inhale, coming back up. Very good. Okay, let's play a little with our hands. Some wrist circles. Get them comfortable. Spread the fingers, sunshine fingers. Wiggle like blades of grass. Come into a nice clenched fist. Open back up. This time just the fingertips curling like a claw. Open and a fist. And then dangle those little fingers again like blades of grass. We'll take a forearm stretch. So slide that hand onto the base of the palm and push through the wrist, getting a bit of a forearm stretch. And then take it to the other side. And if that doesn't work for you, you can also interlace the hands and push both hands forward, getting a bit of a forearm stretch. And some people like to lift that up as well. And lean a little bit side to side. Again, paying attention to your shoulders. If you don't like to have your arms overhead, then just don't do that. Keep them low. All right, now we're going to move into a little yoga for the eyes. So often in modern life, we keep our gaze essentially at a distance, or our focus at a distance of the screen, whatever monitor we're on. So in this case, this is actually an ancient practice in working with the eyes, but it really actually can be effective in modern life where our focus is just at one point. So let's play a little bit with that. We'll first warm our palms just a little bit so our hands are comfortable on our face. And our eyelids are kind of like a veil. They're not completely blocking of light. And so having the hands involved can be helpful. We're going to be placing the base of the fingers, the top of the palm, right on the brow ridge, and then the base of the palm on the cheekbone. So after you've rubbed your hands a little bit, then go ahead and cup those hands so you have some space here in the palm, so the globe of the eye has no pressure whatsoever. There's space there. In fact, you should be able to even open your eyes and bat your lashes and just let those palms block the light as you're looking into the darkness. So when you're ready here in this position where you've palmed, and your fingers might end up into your hairline a little bit, and that's okay. And then holding your spine tall here, and then open your eyes and just look into the darkness. Gently looking deeply into the darkness. You know, our vision as humans essentially goes on for infinity. You can look all the way out to the stars, which are thousands and thousands of miles away. So looking into the darkness, almost like you're looking into the night sky, deeply into that ebony black, that midnight blue. And now imagining drawing your eye focus right to the tip of your nose. So just kind of sense what's happening with your eyes as you imagine this and bring your vision close in. And then release it. Look out into the night sky again. Way out into the sky. Very good. Okay, and now we're going to take our eyes using the map. So put your eyes up, the gaze up towards the north side of the map. So you're gazing up at 12 o'clock would be another example. Exhale and bring the eyes to the southern part of the map, all the way down. Inhale to the north, exhale to the south. Take the gaze over to the west. And now gently moving over to the east. Inhale west. Exhale east. Take it to the northwest and the southeast. Northwest, southeast. And now to the northeast, southwest. Northeast, southwest. Now coming back into the center, look deeply into the night sky. Bring the focus in towards the tip of the nose. Look deeply into the night sky. Draw the eyes together towards the tip of the nose. Deeply into the sky, looking again, and releasing the hands. And taking a moment for your eyes to get used to the light again, because with our hands over our eyes, we reduce the vision quite a bit, or the light entering the eyes. So yeah, that's a great practice to take any time to give your eyes a little bit of a rest and a variation on the focus. So it works a lot of those muscles that support the eyes. All right, let's move on to our sit to stand, okay? So come forward on your chair so that just the cheeks are on the chair, and we have our feet both flat on the floor. And we're going to come into a chair position where we're just floating off the chair, and then squeeze the glutes to lift ourselves to standing. And we'll practice this about 5 times. Your hands can be on your hips, on your knees, on the chair, or out in front of you as a counterbalance. You choose what's right for you. Bring some weight into the heels and begin to slowly squeeze those glutes and lift yourself up. Option to lift the hands or keep them down, whatever works for you. Squeeze hard on the glutes so the front of the hips open, and then slowly lowering down. Now we're going to try and tap the chair. So be prepared to feel like this is pretty low. And you might take a break and then you get down there just for a little rest. And then squeeze again. We're lifting up. We're going to do 5 of these. This is number 2. Yay, we made it. Come on down. Stay balanced. Think of those heels on the earth, pushing away from each other and landing. Inhale, coming up for number 3. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Knees right over the ankles. Lift the hips and down. All right. Bring the hips down on there, and you can, again, bring your arms in if that's better for you. Squeezing the glutes and lifting up. These are such important muscles for us to work and keep strong so that we can continue to get out of a chair and up and standing. One more time. This is it. Coming up. Nice and slow. Push the heels apart and lift. Beautiful job. You did it. Take a little empty coat sleeves as we gently rock the hands left and right. And breathe. Letting go of any tension that built with that more exertion of that movement. Okay, let's take a little balance. We call this broken windmill. Standing on the side of your chair and keeping one hand on the chair. We're going to come up onto our toes. Now that might not be comfortable for everybody, so if you can't come up onto both toes, then just do one side and then switch to the other. So you work with that a little bit and just stretch the bottoms of the feet a little bit as you're coming up onto your toes, and then we're going to breathe with this. So inhale, and we raise the arm just up to the level of the shoulder, and then one arm goes up higher with the second inhale. Again, listen to your shoulders. If that doesn't work for you, just keep it below the level of the shoulder, okay? Inhale and inhale. Exhale down and down. Now you can keep this hand on the chair to keep yourself steady, or you can also float the hand. So again, choose the level of challenge that's right for you. You want to feel safe in your practice, and then just kind of be surfing some of these different things that are a little bit new to you. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, heels coming down. Inhale, inhale, just on the one side, the arm goes up. Exhale, exhale. Make it a little bit of a brain game as well. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. 2 more times. And down. 1 more time, lifting up, floating the arm, and down. Exhale. Take it on the other side. So now we'll mirror what we did on that side. So feeling that little lift in the feet here. Okay, and inhale the arm. And then a little bit higher, and down, and exhale. Okay, inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale. With the breath here. And again. Last one. Great. Now we're going to add a little more balance challenge to this, and I forgot to mention the importance of a drishti point. So a drishti point is a focus point that helps you, when you hold your eyes on a focus point, the body just steadies. So you might choose to do that, and don't focus on a moving object. So I'm moving, so it'd be better for you to look at something stationary once you know the moves to have. Okay. With this time, we will lift the one leg as we lift the arm, and the other leg will stay flat on the floor. Sorry, the foot will stay flat on the floor. So we'll inhale, and then exhale, and exhale that foot down, okay? So it's lifting the inside leg, the other one foot stays flat, okay? So inhale, inhale, exhale, let both feet down, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. 3 more. 2 and 1. Nice. Okay, other side. Do you feel the standing leg get a little bit more of a workout? Try and keep that pelvis steady. If you're sinking down in that pelvis, then probably keep the other foot on the floor so you don't have too much strain on that hip, okay? So again, on this side, we'll inhale that knee up with the arm, and then up, and exhale, exhale. Okay, here we go. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Breathe it in and out. Breathe it in and out. 2 more. And again. Nice job. All right. Give that standing leg a little bit of a shake if you need to get any tension out of there. Sometimes the tension builds up there in the hips as you're doing that. We're going to move on to a chair dog. We've done this in practice already, and this is on previous weeks, and this is just such a comfortable posture for my spine, and I hope it feels good for you too. So place your hands on the back of your chair and then gently walk your feet back until your hips are directly over the ankles and you're letting the head rest between the biceps. Now pay a little attention to your shoulders. Some of you will not be able to go this deeply because of your shoulders. So if you need to, slide the hands down the sides of the chair and bend the elbows. That is another alternative, okay? But if it feels good to you to lengthen out the arms, then go ahead and walk it back. Let that tailbone lean back. In fact, you might wag the tail of the dog just a bit. So you're stretching out and breathing into the ribs on each side. And letting that heart drop a little bit towards the earth. Lift the tailbone. And then walk yourself forward just a little bit. We're going to come to a balanced table. So I like to slide my hands down the side of the chair just a little here. We're going to push that right heel out directly behind us, okay? So first you're standing just on your left leg, the right heel is out. Keep it lifted and maybe engage just a little bit to lift that heel up. I'm breathing with that. Now we're going to toe tap a rainbow. So come behind the left leg and tap the foot down. Inhale, lift it as high as you can, and then tap it down on the other side of the mat. Keep that standing leg steady and strong. Breathing as you sweep that foot through the rainbow. Inhale, lift and sweep. Lift and sweep. Lift and sweep. Lift and sweep. Okay, bring that foot home. And stand for a moment and shake out that standing leg. All right. And then we'll come to those moves on the other side. So get yourself into your flat back. Gaze down at the mat. Steady up on the right leg. Kick the left heel behind you. Lift that heel. Flex the ankle. Then drop that foot behind on the other side of the mat. Inhale, lift it up, sweep through the rainbow, and drop it on the left side of the mat. Inhale up and tap behind the right leg. Inhale up, tap to the left of the mat. Inhale up, sweep over and tap. And sweep and tap. One more time each side. Tap, sweep and tap, and bring it home. Walk it out one more time to your chair dog. Get a bit of a stretch in the back. And then slowly walk it up to standing. And we'll come into our flow, our moon salutation flow that we've been talking about tonight. So have the chair a little bit forward on the center of your mat, as you're going to be using that as you work on both sides of the chair, because moon salutation goes all the way around the body. It mirrors both sides of the practice on each side of the body. Okay, so we'll start in a bit of a back bend, which sounds like, wow, that's too aggressive. But anytime you're activating the muscles on the back, this is considered a back bend. And I really think the back bends are super important because of the fact that so often in modern life, we end up with a kyphosis where the back is rounding out like this and the shoulders are coming forward and we're getting pinched here on the front of the shoulder. So we want to land our shoulders back, have nice strong lift in our chest, right? And keep engaged back muscles. Okay, with that in mind, your feet are directly under your hips. And begin by feeling the heels on the earth and pushing away a little bit. Now, do you feel the backs of your thighs starting to light up a little? And squeeze the glutes so the front of the hips come forward. You're starting to feel some of that back body energy, right? Then take the hands and just drop them under the base of the skull and lift up through the elbows. Keep squeezing the glutes as you're doing this. The heart is a little bit lifted as well. And breathe with this. One more breath here. And releasing from that back bend. Now we're going to take a bit of a crescent moon. So I'm stepping my inner leg towards the center. So I have a nice broad base. And then here we're going to kind of make a crescent from that bottom foot through the body, and we're going to lean over. So you can lean over just with the head. If you can engage the arms as well, you can take one arm, put the other hand on the mat, or both arms over in that crescent moon. And exhale. Inhale, come through the center and step open to the other side. And we'll take that crescent moon off on this side. And then coming into the center, now we're entering into a fun goddess squat. So both toes are pointing off at 45, and you choose the width based on how your hips insert into the pelvis. Our stride is a little different for each person. So make sure your knees are staying over the ankles, and you're lowering the hips now. Feel the heels land in the mat, push away, the glutes lower a little bit. Then you can lift your arms up and we'll drop them down for a moon. So this is moon salutations, okay? So we're creating our moons. Now if your arms don't go up this high, just bring them to the degree that's right for them, but think of your moons. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, down. Keep that pelvic floor engaged. Here we go. Can we do two more? Exhale. One more. Exhale. Now push into your heels and squeeze as you lift back up. There we go. Heel toe out to a full stride. Use your hands on the back of the chair to give you as much support as you need as you come out to a full stride, okay? And the toes are in just a little bit more than the heels. Keep the glute squeeze active so the front of the hips stay open and the low back supported. Let the spine be tall and reach out as you're a star. Just feel all 5 points of your body reaching away from center, nice and strong. Roll your thumbs back a little bit. Keep that back body strong. Now turning to your right side, turn the toes to face that short edge of the mat. We're going to come into Trikonasana, triangle posture, okay? Little micro bend in that knee just to keep it comfortable. Have your arms floating. And then draw that front hip way back as you float your hands out and gently land that hand on the inside of either the calf or the thigh. Avoid the knee, okay? The other hand floats up, stacking right over the top. You can definitely keep your hand on the chair, okay? So then just roll the shoulders so the shoulders are stacked. And breathing here in your Trikonasana, triangle posture. One more breath. Now we're coming to extended side angle. The knee comes over the ankle, right there, elbow on the knee. Your back hand can rest on your thigh on the chair, or you can sweep it up gently, up to straight or over the ear. Keep the back foot pressing into the mat and breathe here for 3, 2. These are strengthening poses as well as stretches. Now we're going to move into crescent lunge. So that top hand comes in a full 360. The back heel is lifting up, which turns us facing the short edge of the mat. You can use your hand on the chair to help you in your runner's lunge, or your crescent lunge, I should say. And now lift those arms either straight in front of you, or if your shoulders are okay with it, you can lift it up. Both feet are pressing away from each other. Hold the focus point or your hand on the chair if you're working on your balance. And breathing for 3, 2, 1. Now we'll come to a pyramid pose. So bring the back foot a half step forward, straighten that front leg, draw the hip back, lengthen through the spine, float it forward. Feel a good stretch in the hamstring, but keep a little micro bend in the knee. I'm keeping my hand on the chair to help me control this stretch. Exhale the navel in. One more breath here in pyramid. Bring that knee directly over the ankle again, and we're coming into a side lunge. So the back toes again are going to point out towards the side of the mat. And you're going to bring that hand down if you want to a block, to the mat, or keep it on the elbow on the knee. Letting you have a deep side lunge and sink those hips a little bit. And then lifting up, turn the toes to the long edge of the mat. Coming back to our star. And this time, as our heels are a little bit more out than the toes, glutes are squeezed, arms in a T, we're going to turn our gaze towards the right hand as it lifts up. Lean over towards it so the stretch is on the other side of the neck. Inhale and switch. Flip the other hand up. Turn the gaze towards it as you lean towards that side. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Okay, roll both thumbs back, a good squeeze between the shoulder blades. Now we'll take the mirror poses on the other side for our moon salutation. So we'll begin with that side lunge. Dropping into that deeper lunge, let the hips lower. The inner thigh of the back leg may be getting a bit of a stretch. Use that chair or block as much as you need to give you good support as you explore this. Keep your body safe and stretch. One more breath here in side lunge. Then lift the back foot and have a half step forward as we're coming to pyramid. Pull that front leg way back. Float the heart down, a micro bend in the knee to keep it comfortable. Feeling the hamstring, that's the back of the thigh, getting a good stretch here. And breathing with that. And now we're moving into our crescent lunge. So 2 lanes of traffic pushing away from each other. Option to keep your hand on the chair or lifting in crescent lunge. Arms can be below the shoulders or above, whatever works for your shoulders. 2 or 3 breaths in lunge. And now moving to extended side angle so that top elbow comes onto the knee, the back toes turning out to the side, the top arm sweeps up and over, whatever is comfortable for your shoulder. You can also just rest the hand on the sacrum and roll the shoulder open. So just listening to your body and what feels good. Keep that ankle over the knee, the knee over the ankle. Couple breaths here. These holding poses seem like, am I doing anything? Yes, you are. You are strengthening and stretching both, which are powerful forms of exercise, especially for lowering blood pressure. It's the most effective to hold these holding poses. So lifting up now for Trikonasana, drawing that hip back a little bit, that front hip, and breathing, feeling that length from your tailbone to your crown. Couple more breaths here. Feel the heart rotating to the side. Now use that core energy, pushing into that back heel to float, float, float. Float those arms up. Use all that core energy to get you there. Turn your toes now to the long edge of the mat. We're back in star. And let's take a couple thumb rollbacks with that, okay? So push those thumbs behind you. Breathing with that. And then we'll move our feet into that 3/4 stride. Goddess squat. Lower the hips. We'll take another moon salutation. So let the hands be low. Float the arms up. Exhale down. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale down. 2 more. 1 more. Push into the heels and float yourself to standing. And we'll come into our crescent moon. Option this time is to take the back foot behind the front foot and lean towards that back foot. Arms up or on the hips, whatever works for you. Lean into it, stretch the side body, get a good breath into the ribs here. And then take and move it to the other side. Lean into that back foot, crescent moon. And releasing. All right, very good. Now, let's take a moment to finish with a back bend. In this case, I'm going to show you on the back side here. I want you to interlace your hands behind the sacrum and squeeze your glutes as you draw your hands down. Broaden across your collarbones and breathe here. Good job, releasing. All right, now shake it out. How's the body doing? Listening to the body as we're taking this practice, okay? And then we're gonna come back into our chair here. So we're gonna continue with a little bit more core practice. Seating yourself on the chair, but let your feet be out in front of you. Okay, feel that tallness in the spine, and only seating just your bottom on the chair, a little bit of thigh, not a whole lot. You want to have some leg out in front of you so that you can move your legs comfortably. Then lift your right leg, place it down, lift the left leg, place it down. Let's do that little bit of marching here. Feeling the core engaging, the hip flexors engaging. Try to keep that heart lifted as you lift the knee on one side and then the other. Breathing as you're marching. And then the option to lean back a little. So reach your hands forward. Both feet on the floor now, and then lean back so your back is just shy of the back support of the chair. And just keep the heart lifted, the core engaged. Breathe here. Trying to find a bit of serenity even in the hard work. Letting that pose be expressed through the body, and then lean on forward again. Place the hands here on the knees. Float the heart forward. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. And let's march again. A gentle marching. Feeling that core engaging. Back and forth. And engage your pelvic floor as well. We'll have a special exercise for that with the elevator here in just a moment, but right now we're marching it out, feeling those muscles. And now I'm going to add a little punch across. So as you're moving here, punch across, punch. Get a little twist in the body as you're lifting the knee. Exhale as you take the move. 2 more on each side. And again. And let's lean back and hold, breathing in that boat pose. Two more breaths. Keep the heart lifted. Plant the hands on the knees, lengthen through the spine, float the heart down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, lifting up. Beautiful. All right, placing your hands on the sides of your chair, we're going to take elevator for the pelvic floor. So just imagining those muscles using the mind's eye, the pelvic bone, the pubic bone to the tailbone, that whole pelvic floor, you're wanting to feel that engage almost like a jellyfish. We're going to imagine it elevating, coming up the elevator as we are exhaling and holding, and then releasing back down. How high can you get that elevator? So take a breath in. On the exhale, bring it up, 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 holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and releasing. I forgot to mention, I'm using my hands to press down on the chair a little bit, which gives me a little bit extra balance or counter position to the pelvic floor engagement. So let's do this a couple more times. Inhale big. Exhale, draw the pelvic floor up as you're pushing your hands into the chair. Up, up, up. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Take a cleansing breath. And we'll do this one more time. Big breath in. And slowly lifting the elevator up, up, up. Pressing the hands into the chair. Holding the engagement for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and letting go. Very good. Okay, that's such an important exercise to maintain the health of the pelvic floor. And as we get older, there's more chances of urinary incontinence, and this is one of the best exercises to prevent that. So next we're going to take a couple stretches with our legs. This is the pigeon stretch, and we're going to do it in our seated position. So bringing the ankle across the knee. Now this may or may not be available to you. If it's not, don't worry about it. We'll have a different stretch here shortly for the hamstring. You want to keep your ankle flexed in this case, and then you're trying to drop the knee away from you. I like to place my other hand behind me. Rotate the heart a little bit towards the opposite hip. Just feel the outside of this bent leg and the hip. Folding a little bit as you're doing this. The knee should be comfortable, the ankle comfortable. The stretch is in the outer hip. And just breathe with that as you kind of move the upper body and explore how that stretch feels in that hip. And then releasing that posture. And we'll come to the other side. And you may have a little different level of flexibility on each side, as I know I do. So find the other foot and explore the pigeon stretch on the other side, however it unfolds in your body. Always backing away from pain and surfing these stretches with a gentle breath to help us stay relaxed as we're practicing, okay? And breathing as you're exploring that stretch, keeping the ankle flexed. Just leaning the upper body a little bit away from that hip. One more breath here. And then unfolding the leg. Now we'll take a hamstring stretch on each side. So extend your leg, whichever leg you're working with first. You can sit back in your chair just a little bit, but you want to have the leg pretty much off of the chair. And then you're wanting to be tall in your spine, and you're going to walk your hands forward or hold onto the chair. Either way, the spine is long and you're folding towards that front leg. Draw the toes back so you get a good stretch in the back of that leg. Breathing with that. One more breath. And gently coming back to seated, and we'll do it on the other side. Extend that foot and draw the toes back. Lift the heart and slowly floating down here. So it seems like it's really important for me to have the hamstring off of the chair. I don't know how it's happening for you, but that seems important because the hamstring is being stretched. So letting that off the chair as you're exploring this stretch and exhaling with this. There we go. And walking yourself back up. Great. All right, let's take just a little cat-cow, hands on the knees, and feel the spine get a little engagement here. Rotating it back and forth a little bit before we enter into our Shavasana. And then gently turning from one side to the other. Unwinding the spine with the gentlest of twists. Never forcing anything, just a gentle twist in each direction. Using the muscles that are here, getting a bit of a stretch and engagement. All right, let's prepare for Shavasana, our final resting posture. For Shavasana, you can choose where you're going to rest. You can sit in the chair. You can also move yourself to a bed or a couch. And you can also move yourself down to the mat if that's available to you in a waterfall position where you place your feet into the chair and let your legs drape like a waterfall out of the chair. Let your arms and legs get a little heavy. And you might remember our poem from the beginning of class, She Let Go, and just think about letting go in your body. Letting go in the eyes. We had a little yoga practice for the eyes. And this is a point where they can rest behind the veil of the eyes, of the lids. Take a nice full breath in. On the exhale, let the shoulders drift away from the body and the ears. Gravity, yielding to gravity. Feel the face getting soft, the jaw unhinging. And just some kind words to yourself. So you're reminding yourself there's nothing to do. You just be receptive. Letting go. Sensing the echo of your yoga practice. Feeling the weight of the body. Feeling the breath in the body. Lengthening from shoulder to elbow, elbow to wrist. The hands getting heavy. The back body settling on the earth. Feeling the breath now over the heart and just resting with that. Continuing to rest here in Shavasana if you wish. Or you can begin to drink in a little deeper breath and begin to find a little movement in your body. Do what's right for you. And take a bit of a stretch. If it's available to you, can you bring your knees in towards your chest? Then taking your time, if you'd like to join me in a seated posture, please feel free to do that. Or of course you can stay in your Shavasana. Bringing your hands towards your heart. Just check in with your own emotional body again and bringing a sense of kindness towards yourself. May you know peace. May you know peace, and may these practices continue to be available to you to grow your peace. Om Shanti, Namaste. Thank you, friends, for joining for another week of practice. It's always lovely to practice with you.